State BJP Vice President Bernard Marak has been sent to 8-day police custody by the CJM court in Tura today. While the West Garo Hills police had sought for 14-day custody of Marak, the CJM court granted 8-day custody to the police. Marak, who was brought to Tura from Delhi earlier in the afternoon by a team of Meghalaya police, was brought to the court immediately after his medical examination at the Tura Civil Hospital. Marak missed his step and collapsed briefly while being taken out of the CJM court in Tura. Trouble mounted for the beleaguered Tura MDC after police filed a fresh FIR under POCSO Act against the Tura MDC when medical examination revealed that one of the minors who was rescued from his farmhouse called Rimpu Bagan was sexually assaulted. And not just this, viewers, Tura police has also recovered a huge quantity of explosives from Rimpu Bagan. As per inputs, as many as 35 gelatin sticks and 100 detonators were recovered during the raid. And following the recovery of the explosives, the police have now added charges under the Explosive Substances Act against Marak as well. So that is, of course, the big development, the big update rather coming in as far as Bernard Marak being in Tura is concerned, with the state BJP Vice President being sent to 8-day police custody by the CJM court in Tura just a short while back. While the West Garo Hills police had sought for 14-day custody of Marak, the CJM court granted 8-day police custody. Marak, who was brought to Tura from Delhi earlier in the afternoon today by a team of Meghalaya police, was brought to the court immediately after conducting his medical examination. Marak missed his step and collapsed briefly while he was being taken out of the CJM court in Tura. And trouble mounted for the beleaguered Tura MDC after police filed a fresh FIR under the POCSO Act against Marak when medical examination revealed that one of the minors who was rescued from the infamous farmhouse called Rimpu Bagan has been sexually assaulted. Not just this, Tura police has also recovered a huge quantity of explosives from the farmhouse. As per inputs, 35 gelatin sticks and 100 detonators were recovered during the raid. Following the recovery of the explosives, police have added charges under the Explosive Substances Act against Bernard Marak. So there you have it, viewers. These are, of course, the big updates coming in from Tura at this point in time, shortly after the conclusion of the hearing at the CJM court earlier in the evening today. The court has granted 8-day police custody of Bernard Marak. And of course, let's not forget here, the police had sought for a 14-day custody, however, were granted only custody of 8 days for Bernard Marak. And another very important development that has also taken place today, viewers, is that a huge quantity of explosives was also recovered from the infamous farmhouse of Bernard Marak shortly before the hearing began in Tura. All right, I'm now being joined over the phone line by my colleague Biplab Dev from Tura. Biplab, a setback for the beleaguered Tura MDC who has now been sent for 8-day police custody. What more inputs are you receiving at this point in time, Biplab?
Actually, the inputs that we have is that they had sought, anyway, like as everybody knows, the police had sought 14 days, but had got only 8 days remand for the MDC. The additional cases may have actually contributed to increasing the number of days with the additional cases that have been filed today. Because earlier, this was only related to the immoral trafficking case, but then now gone to the explosives as well as under POCSO. So the entire session lasted for almost about 3 hours, in which we believe there's been it's been a grueling session for everyone there. And Mr. Marak had apparently not been provided any food since he left Delhi. And he collapsed immediately after the hearing was done, when he was actually being taken into police custody.
All right, so Biplab, the BJP is going ahead with its protest on Saturday. So any further updates on that front, Biplab?
BJP is definitely going to go ahead with their protest, and we're expecting the tone of the protest to change a little bit. Earlier it was only about harassment, but I think with the additional new cases, the BJP think tank may just change tactics and make it a bigger protest than it earlier was. Earlier, the entire thing was that the harassment of the BJP Karyakartas was asked to be stopped. But now, I think with the additional new cases as well as the scenes that that came from the courthouse today, we expect the BJP's strategy of protest to also change. But there's been no confirmation of who are the top leaders who would come for the protest on Saturday. But we expect at least a few of the top state leaders to be present during the protest.
All right, Biplab, thank you very much for joining us this evening and bringing us all of those latest updates from Tura.